every day. I don't expect him to love me every day. And the first thing that I'll tell you that keeps a marriage going, number one, is to manage your expectations.
Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're watching this video and you have not subscribed, kindly consider subscribing and do not forget to put on that notification bell so that you are notified anytime we upload a new video. So today we're here to talk about something interesting, something fun, something I'm sure you want to know. Whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single, whether you're married, this is something that you wanna listen to. So I'll let my guest introduce herself. And by the way, she's not just a guest, she's an expert and a coach of what we are about to talk about. Stay tuned. Karibu sana.
Oh, thank you. I like the way you're introducing me with so much enthusiasm.
But you are. I mean, you are that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. My name is Nyokabi GK Kamau. I'm a relationship coach, and GK Kamau goes across all social media. And I'm very excited to be with you here again.
Thank you for
I think
making
we've had a few conversations and we are enjoying.
Yes.
I'm married to one man.
Wow. Okay.
That's the only one I intend to be married to by God's grace.
Amen.
And I'm looking forward to the conversation of today.
Right.
Yes.
So when we look at you, you're looking good.
Thank you.
You look relaxed. You're glowing.
Oh.
So let me ask you, how long have you been married?
10 years plus.
10 years
Plus, yes.
So does marriage work?
It does.
It
It works. It works if you intend and become intentional about it.
Is it you or the two of you?
Both of you. But this is how I look at it. You don't have to be both intentional or doing the work at the same time. You just need one of you to hold the other one down. Yes, you just need one of you at a particular time. For example, let me use finances. There are times when couples, both of them are working and they're financially stable and they both have resources. There are times that one of the couple is not working and doesn't have resources. So the one that has the resources steps up and takes up the responsibilities that ideally you'd share within the family. That's the same thing. Every family, every couple, there's a time that one of you is just not in the space, right? They may probably have a lot of family issues, or they have a lot of work issues, or whatever is taking away from the marriage. Instead of sitting back and starting to point fingers at him or her and saying, oh, you used to do this, you're not doing that, you step up and you fill the gap. So you hold your partner down for the season, and then when they come back, I find that switching in between, especially for my marriage, to really help us keep the marriage alive and keep it going. And it applies everywhere, not just financially, with the children, sexually, spiritually, emotional. Just when life hits low for one of us, the other one steps up and does what needs to be done.
Right.
Yes.
So having said that, I hadn't actually introduced it, but now we're here to talk about what actually keeps the marriage alive, interesting, fun, without getting boring. Because, you know, with time, if you're used to one person every day waking up, seeing you, I mean, chances are I'll get bored. So we want to know, 10 years plus, what has kept your marriage alive? What has kept your marriage sweet? What is this secret that this generation, because for us, leave alone marriage, even relationship,
Even dating is a problem.
Even dating is a problem.
Consistently for a long period of time.
You're just with this person and after 2-3 weeks, you're like, my friend, you're not my type. I think we are not compatible.
Yes.
In fact, the word you're using is compatibility.
Yes.
I think we are not compatible. So
Yes.
what is it that keep you feeling, I love you every day. I can't wait to see you every day. I mean, what is that secret?
First things, I don't love him every day. Let's start there.
Oh, you don't?
No. I don't love him every day. I don't expect him to love me every day. And the first thing that I'll tell you that keeps a marriage going, number one, is to manage your expectations. Right. The expectations I have of him and the expectations he has of me. And this comes from a point of relatively effective communication, right? So it's not every day I wake up and I'm feeling, oh my God, he's the most wonderful man in the world. I'll be lying if I told you that. And it's not every day that he wakes up the same way, right? But there are those days that I wake up and I'm thinking, this is the best decision I have made in my life, right? But there are those accepting those ups and downs in marriage or in any intimate, exclusive relationship is very, very important. What keeps our spark? We keep dating each other. I'll tell you a story. About 3 years ago, we had a couple that had requested us to best their wedding, to be their best couple, and we went to the Arorashio, and we were there. And my husband and I, we came, and we were sitting. When we came, we were holding hands. When we walked into, we were a bit late, so we found most of the family guys had sat down, and where we sat, we joined family, right, from his side in particular. And then also because it was the couple we were besting is part of his side of the family. So when we got there, one of the family members said she has to move the seat because we will only sit together. If we don't sit together, we won't sit there. She was being sarcastic. So she says she's waiting for when we will stop holding hands and walking around together and doing the things we do. And she was telling my husband, you're going to grow old. You know what would happen if this girl leaves you? And she was sitting there, and he didn't answer. He's very reserved, and I looked at her and I said, oh, well. I kept quiet, but she moved. Wow. She understands that we'll only sit there if we are sitting together. So we've developed cultures along the way that have become a part of who we are, all right? If you see me, you see him. And if you see him, you see me. And then we don't allow people to come between us. That applies also to issues. So we don't, it's not you issue or me issue. It's we put the issue on the table. We address that issue, not each other, right? So in the process, we formed a habit of certain cultures, certain ways of life, of relating with each other, accommodating each other, tolerating each other. And when I use the word tolerating, I literally mean tolerating. When you start tolerating each other with respect on both aspects, then you don't do things that hurt the marriage and damage the relationship. You're careful to not, you can express yourself and your disappointment, your disapprovals, your disagreement, but in a respectful manner. Maybe to open that up so that you understand, what makes a marriage pull apart is carelessness with the other person. You become too familiar with the other person. So when you're dealing with them, you don't remember. Number one, ni mtu mzima. Number two, you love them. Number three, you've built your life with them. So when you're dealing with an issue that's uncomfortable, you don't add respect into it. Because umenizoea vibaya. You've known me. You know me when I'm up, when I'm down. You've had the smell of my shit from the bathroom. So why should I? Right? But what keeps the marriage together is that angle of, I respect who you are, but I will also express what I need from you. If you're able to meet it, if you're not able to meet it, let me help you, let me walk this journey with you together. You develop your culture and your way of life. And then we isolate. When it's me and him, it's me and him. And by then, the most strange thing this thing came up with him, he used to tell him it's me and you against the world.
Wow.
And I never used to understand what he meant, but in the process I began to realize it's me and him, and you can't, and when you as a couple, you'll know when it's not you and him, because the children will show you.
Yeah, of course.
They'll go to daddy and go like, hi daddy, I need this, and mommy has already said
no,
and daddy will say
yes,
right? So the same thing with family. They'll come and tell you, I saw Nyokabi somewhere and she was with this guy and they were having a drink and it was 11 in the night, and he'll be like, was it at Kenpisky? This guy light or dark? So I let you know that I know she was where you're thinking that you're giving me the information.
Wow.
Or for me, because I'm a bit dramatic, I'll wait for you. You have information. Oh, wonderful. Let me cook for you lunch. You tell me pole pole bila haraka kama umeshiba. Then when you come, you'll find my husband there. And you'll be like, okay, so tell us, what's up?
So I'm coming, at this time I'm coming to tell you, so
yes,
your husband somewhere with a lady.
Yes.
And you're cooking.
Yeah, and we are waiting for you to tell us where you saw him and why you saw him.
What if it is true?
It doesn't matter. The point is, when somebody does something outside, you see the marriages, what makes marriage difficult is the external forces. It's not actually the marriage. But it's because you keep allowing the external forces to come in and you give them room in the marriage. So for me, what I've found to work the best for us is that you can never pull my husband aside that you pay information, or you pull me aside. And everybody now knows. If you want something, just come out openly and say, we'll tell you yes or no. And we'll even debate there, the two of us, and you're there and you are making a decision about you. Ukiwa tu hapo. Yeah, mimi sitaki kusaidia mtu wenye ameniboa hata tumemsaidia.
So you do not want to be told about what your husband did or whatever he did.
We don't accommodate external things into our marriage.
So only what you find out by yourself.
Our marriage is for me and him and God. Did I talk about children?
No.
Tell us. It's me, him, and God. That's the marriage. The marriage is not the children, the in-laws, the cousins, the aunties. No, those are external factors outside of us.
Okay.
Yes. So we are a unit. The rest is just, we work around it together as one.
So what happens then if because in a normal setup, he has his family. You have your family.
Yes.
They will want to advise him. They will want to... how do you... Because as much as you're trying, he has colleagues, he has parents. He has friends. He has his life with them.
Yes.
He has his life with boys, with men, with his... How won't that also affect the relationship in some way?
It does, if you let it.
If you let it.
Yes. And I've given you an example of not letting
the in-laws will hate you.
They do, but this is the thing. There is a primary relationship and there is a secondary relationship. When it comes to in-laws, because I'm the primary in my family, I'll deal with my family. When it comes to his side of the family, because he's the primary, he'll deal with the family. The family only become a problem if we switch. He starts dealing with my family, I start dealing with his family, we start having respect issues.
Yes.
They become a problem if they can pull their family member on the side, they start doing their thing without involving me. Or I pull my family on the side, we start doing our thing without involving him. I am the primary, I'm the face they are seeing, I'm the answer, but they know the answer is both of us. How do they know? Because I'll tell them, oh, is that so? That's the case. Let me discuss it with my partner. I'll get back to you. Period. Yes. And he'll do the same on the other side. So they know, even if they're doing something good or something bad, they know.
You can't just make a decision without you involved.
Yes. And because he's the primary, he will come and say, I have decided. We will not go that direction. Not my wife said or my husband said. I have decided. Or we decided. We discussed what you requested and we feel at this point we can't be able to accommodate you.
Right.
Yes. No sneaking behind each other. The problem is the sneaking.
So you work the marriage together. Do not encourage
do things together.
Do things together.
Speak each other's love language. Yes.
Speak each other love
Protect
language.
each other.
Protect each other. Wow.
Exclusivity is important.
Exclusivity.
That includes the children. Don't put your children in your marriage.
Wow.
Yes.
Don't put children.
Don't put your children in your marriage. I feel very sad when I see women say, I'm in this marriage because of my children. No, you're in this marriage because you married the person you chose. The children are a gift from God and they are a flower. They are a beauty. They are a product of that unison. So when I say it's me and him, I literally
mean it's him. Yes. So forget about the children.
Yes.
Have you ever on the children issue? Is there an issue time when you feel like you say no and he says yes and you feel like what did you do? I had said I'm not buying this. Why did you choose to?
What we do in that case, I like the way you know. What we do in that case, because we are both stubborn and we are big-headed, it's very important that you understand that your partner and the person you're married to. One of us gives up. Okay, if I'm feeling strongly about this thing and the person is feeling strongly about this thing, out of the cultures that we have developed, one of us just goes like, you're stubborn as a mule, you've won this one.
So marry your type.
Yes, you are stubborn as a mule, you've won this one, and you let it go and create your bad blood. You have to be very intentional. I started by saying, intentionality.
Right.
But marriage is beautiful if you make it.
If you make it. So,
Yes.
guys, we leave this at that for today. Hope you learned something. Marry your type. Live life.
She's looking
Have
forward
fun.
to getting married.
You know, and enjoy your marriage. Do not encourage third parties, not even your children.
Yes.
And by the way, marriage is a beautiful thing.
Beautiful.
Have a nice time. See you on the next one.